How are you really going to enjoy your life?
Had to hop over fences and climb up the ladder to get what I want, bitch. I'm just getting better. They tried to tell me I would never be shit. Look at me now, body built like a brick. Sleep all you want, but I'm chasing my dreams. Everything I do is fucking supreme. Came from the hood, ain't shit sweet about me.
Hola, welcome back to my channel. My name is Deity Princey, and I am with 11 Master Consultant. And this is Chocolate. This is my daughter, period. Let's hop right into our video today, okay? So I'm going to go off this chart and let's get right into it. How are you really going to enjoy your life? You have to think about the microaggressions, right? Microaggressions are your family's conformity to a specific consciousness. This can be a lack consciousness, which is a mindset. This can be a lack mindset, a poverty mindset, a scarcity mindset. They're all low vibrational, but each dysfunctional family has a unique display of what the generational curse is. So if you come from a dysfunctional family of abuse, right? But then on top of that, you're conforming to people pleasing. You're conforming to not speaking your authentic truth. And I do have a free course below for you for discovery of your authentic self. It's free, it's online. You can go ahead and register for that. That will help you. But we have to remember that when we come into this world, you are innocent. We are going to, on this channel today, well, from now on, all of my tribe members, thank you for the subscriptions. I truly appreciate you guys. And I want to give back to you. So drop a comment. Let me know what you want to see. At 500 subs, I'm going to do another free giveaway. But until then, let me know what you want to see as well, because we're going to change this dynamic, this narrative that when you get older, you're supposed to just not talk about your childhood and it's just over. I made a post earlier. I said, it's very gaslighting to tell someone, hey, your parents did the best that they could. So guess what? When the adult child decides to go no contact, they're doing the best that they can as well. This is not a one-way street. This is a two-way street. If someone does you wrong, you have every right to speak on it. Just like with puppies, right? Puppies remember how you treat them. Okay, and I do have a smaller dog, but it doesn't matter if you have a smaller dog, a pit bull. They remember how you treat them. And when they get older, when they feel like they're stronger and bigger, they're going to get their lick back. They're going to get their lick back. So it's the same exact thing. So it's egotistical to just denounce a person's childhood experience, because your childhood experience is the foundation. Your childhood experience is the expression of how you're currently living your adult life. And this is all the micro conformities. So if you go through this and you step into the mezzo, which is going to be society's conformities, if your family can conform you to these lack mindsets, to people pleasing, or the extreme, to be an aggressor, to be the narcissist, right? If your family can conform you to these different personality traits, personality disorders, what happens when you enter into the real world? Because when that baby is growing inside of that womb, the mother has so much power over what you create, what you bring into this world. When a woman brings out the best in herself, she brings out the best in her man, in her children, in her community. So if you were subjected to this type of negative experience, because that's all you have for the formative years, the first formative years of your life. No white man, no government. These things do not have a overarching for the result of how a person will become. It can play a part, but the results really come from that one-on-one contact that you had to experience when you're in survival mode as a child, because your attachment style is your safety. So you come out of the survival when you know Erik Erikson's trust versus mistrust. That's the first stage. 1 to 1.5. Can I even trust my environment? Oh shit, I can't trust my environment. So now I'm always afraid. Your body remembers. That baby infant mind remembers. Same thing with animals. Why do you think they use puppies and dogs and rats for certain tests and behavioral strategies? Okay, I was also a behavioral therapist as well. I did all kind of different therapy modalities with people, but I was also a behavioral consultant. And you use certain strategies with children, but these things, VF Skinner, these things work with animals as well. So if your family can conform you, if society now you're 5 or 3, but now you're going to school, now you're a preteen, teenager, now you're having peer pressure because no one taught you to stand in your authentic self, to express your authentic self, that you are a creator. Okay? She is knocked out. No one taught you this. Say hi. I love her, you guys. I'm so obsessed. Okay, I'm so obsessed with her. But nobody taught you these things. And with that being said, now we're going to jump right into the macro because that's the most important. The most important is, how are you going to live your older adult life? How are you going to pay these taxes? The minute you are able to work is the minute that you have to pay taxes. This is monopoly. This is the game of life. So when you hear, for example, right, I've heard this growing up. You don't need money to have children. Yes, you do. That right there is a prime example of what I said in the beginning of the video, a lack mindset. Only lack and scarcity and fear-based people would say things like that. That's why you have to watch these cults. Honestly, anything can be a cult because it's how somebody is representing a certain way of living and you follow that. So if you say that you don't need money to take care of children, but then children are growing up in poverty, don't have clothes, again, this fucks with the development of a child's mind. So now they're an adult, they're going to behave the same way. They're going to behave as if hand-me-down, second dibs, not speaking up for themselves at that job because, again, it's about these taxes, it's about your older adult life. If you are programmed in the micro to be subordinate, when it's time to get to living your life, traveling, okay, having retirement money, that impacts you. Your childhood traumas, the way your family raised you, will impact the amount of money that you make, will impact the places that you go. Okay, this is the real game. The game is to collect as many experiences as you can and not feel bad about it. Money is not the root of all evil. That is something that someone will say to keep you trapped from yourself. When you tap into yourself, you realize that you are abundant already. We add value to currency, just like we add value to our talents. Your talent is to be paid. In the word talent, there is payment. You are the one that places that value. But if someone's raising you, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, get that book. If someone's teaching you, hey, I don't need no money. We just, I don't even know the words because I don't think like that no more. But we just, grateful to have what we have. Lies. If you don't need money, then why do you pay that phone bill? Why do you have that roof over your head? You clearly do need money to survive. But now you are limiting yourself because you have this belief that I don't want too much. And that's okay. I'm here for those who want to get rid of that. It's a balance in the life. There are going to always be people who are in lack because the world has to be balanced. This is the law of the universe. But you have a choice, though. You have a choice to ascend. Whenever someone ascends, someone else is descending already in the energy that they're already in, but you get to ascend higher. That's the free will choice. I have a 10 out of 10 ACEs score. I was supposed to be a statistic, but I'm not. I'm from Rich Dollar Projects. My whole entire family were from the crack epidemic. So I don't speak to any of my family members. So I was supposed to be a statistic. I was supposed to just be, on welfare and just living however and like miserable ass shit. No, I'm the complete opposite of what I come from. Why? Because it's about the macro. Once I graduated college 2 years ago, I knew. This is why I started my business right as I graduated from college, because I knew that this right here, something not adding up. You said to get this master's degree, but now already, right before I graduate, I see that these jobs I have a master's degree, but you're trying to pay me $20 an hour? What can I do with that? I was single at the time. I'm just being transparent with y'all because this is the game they will put into your head. And yeah, of course, if you certain degrees that you get, of course, you can make more money, but the more you make, the more they take anyway. So even if you're making that $100,000 a year, but Think about your living expenses. Think about the things that you have to keep up with that lifestyle. It's still a check to check mindset. It's still a rat race. You have an ultimate. Myron Golden was one of my coaches. Just like I'm a coach, every coach needs a coach. Just like I'm a therapist, every therapist needs a therapist. I have been coached by the greatest elites. And Myron Golden always says $1 is $1 million. So you have the ability to create any lifestyle you want. If you want to choose to have the best, and I spoke about minimalism in my last video because minimalism will help you to jump realities. But even in minimalism, just because you're a minimalist does not mean you have to have the cheapest. It's quality over quantity. That's what that means. A quality life over a quantity life. Being a minimalist can mean my whole house is nice and decked out, but it's not overbearing of just stuff everywhere. And this is just from my opinion. So it's the same thing with how you choose to live your life and make that money, right? Make that money and connect with your gifts so you can live a life that actually fulfills you, and not that you're working just to pay off. You're literally just working just to pay for this house. No, you want money to work for you because you are God, you're a creator. So that's what this video was about today. What type of life do you really want? Because you get to choose. You get to choose because the law of vibration, this is why your experiences come back from childhood, is because energy doesn't die. So if you were abused as a child, and again, we want to change this culture. Oh, we can tell you're traumatized. How about we have more compassion for people? Because yes, if you traumatize an innocent thing, it's not their fault. If I was to just say, ha, and just throw my baby girl, you feel me? Like, and y'all, and honestly, y'all, she did. Oh my gosh, she jumped out my arms once, and that scared me so bad. So like, I couldn't imagine just being evil and just purposely trying to hurt something, you know, because when you love something, you want to protect it. So same with children. When you love it, you want to protect it. But when you're abusing it, the law of vibration, that's what they're used to. You're putting this into their code. I'm talking to you as the adult, but your inner child is still listening to me. Your inner child was coded with this fear. Your inner child was coded with, oh, follow this script. Like I said, I got the master's degree. Get all these degrees, and then yeah, you'll live your best life. Still in misery though, because now you're working for a manager, a boss who reminds you of the same person that abused you growing up. You must take back your power. You must hit that micro, heal from whatever your family dysfunction and conformity was put onto you. You must heal from conforming to the mezzo of society. Do you think that I care what society says about me, my appearance, how I look, how I dress? Let's talk about Sprinkle Sprinkle. She would say that locks are not high value, but high value is high functioning. That's what high value truly is. So once you ascend past it and you say, I'm gonna do whatever I want. Okay, my old videos, you see how long my nails would be? I'm boxing right now, so now my nails are short. I'm just using these as examples because you can't be afraid to do the things that you want to do. I don't care if I wanted to wear a red strap here, a blue strap here. It's beautiful, it's art, it's expression. Boom, you heal from that mezzo. Now the main important is your macro. You're only a child for so long. You're not a child for a long time. You're an adult for a very long time. You're an adult for 70, 80 years. So how are you going to enjoy your adult life? Are you going to live your adult life from these responses of trauma of what your mommy and daddy told you? They're just your egg and sperm donor. They're not your God. This is why I'm also having a mastermind on releasing parental control. That will be November 25th. So if you want to join that, the link for that is below as well. But you must release this control from your parents because they're people just like you. It's just a portal. Just like she came through her mother just to come to me. Her mother was just a portal for her to come to me. I'm her mother. It's the same thing with wherever you come from. You go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. Just because someone gave birth to you does not mean that they nurtured you, they prepared you for life. They're not your God. You have to heal because your inner child doesn't know this. Your inner child is looking up to them as you're the superior. You know everything. You're my leader. You're my teacher. Parents are our first teachers, our first lovers, our first seducers. So what kind of life do you want? Because ultimately, how are you going to live your older adult life? That's what's most important. That's what you have to think about. Narcissists have children so that way you can take care of them when they're an older adult. But empaths, we don't put that on our children. We create a sustainable life and then give to our children. We give our children the best of the best, the greatest start. Why do you think, this is the last thing I will say, because I'm from the Black community, why do you think the white culture, they prepare their children? They have credit scores and fundings, and this is why they have the trust funds. White people set their children up because it's all a mindset. So as a melanated woman, dark skin gang, Chris Brown said he light skin black. Baby, I'm dark skin black, okay? It's Freaky Friday and I'm dark skin black. It's not Friday, but you already know. So I gotta represent for my people. You get to choose your mindset so you can win this game. Collect as much as you want. Quality over quantity. Go ahead and do what you do with your talent so you can have a $100. I'd rather you get a $100 pair of jeans that's good quality, that's going to last you, than just get a $12 pair of jeans that's going to rip up. You get what you pay for in life. Okay? You pay for the best services, you get the best results. If you pay for rinky dink, you get crumbs. This was already long enough. You already know to stay rich and stay dangerous. If you would like a free restorative mind meeting with me, go ahead and hit the links below as well. You can get a 15-minute meeting with me for free, a coaching session. And then we can go from there to see if we are compatible for each other. Everything's about compatibility. Stay rich and stay dangerous. Me and my chocolate. We out, okay? Say bye, mama. Say see you. All right, you guys, stay up.
Had to hop over fences and climb up the ladder to get what I want, bitch, I'm just getting better. They tried to tell me I would never be shit. Look at me now, body built like a brick. Sleep all you want, but I'm chasing my dreams. Everything I do is fucking supreme. Came from the hood, ain't shit sweet about me.